A new champion was crowned. R-Truth brings back the most famous line in all of sports entertainment. Cody main events Raw for the first time in 6 years. And a former Raw Women's Champion turns heel. Hey guys, welcome to Table Sport Productions, and these are the takeaways from Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes opened the show with an in-ring promo segment where Rollins took shots at Cody's return and called him the flavor of the month, and Cody reiterated his previous statement of wanting to be WWE Champion. The takeaway from this segment is Cody would face an opponent of Seth's choice in the main event. We had the first title defense of the night as Sasha Banks and Naomi defended their women's tag team championships against Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. And just like on SmackDown, these women made the best use of the match time they were given. And in the end, Sasha pinned Rhea for the win, retaining their tag team belts. And the overall match time from bell to bell lasted 7.5 minutes. But the takeaway moment happened after the match, as Rhea Ripley attacked Liv Morgan and turning heel in the process. Sonya Deville had an in-ring promo segment where she explained her actions from last week's Raw, and after which she was interrupted by a beautiful bow-tie Bianca who challenged her to a championship match tonight on Raw. But Sonya declined the offer. Why? Because she's an official and she can do whatever she wants. And the takeaway from this segment is the Raw Women's Championship match will happen on next week's Raw in Bianca's hometown and will not happen at WrestleMania's rematch pay-per-view, Backlash. Veer Mahan had his second match on Raw against an enhancement talent, and Veer won via submission in 1 minute and 15 seconds, making it the shortest match of the night. Next, we had the Kevin Owens lie detector segment that was conducted by Chad Gable. And I just want to put this out there. Any non-wrestling segment Kevin Owens is a part of will be a great segment. And this was no different. And I'm glad WWE is going through with these segments and putting an effort into making us believe the character of Ezekiel, instead of just repackaging him and acting like this guy has no relation to his previous character, and in the process making us feel stupid and dumb for watching. Overall, this was a fun segment. RK Bro had a tag match against the Street Profits. It was a fun match, but Randy Orton was barely involved in the match, and to my surprise, the Street Profits pinned RK Bro for the win, just 2 weeks before RK Bro's tag title unification match at WrestleMania's rematch pay-per-view Backlash. And the takeaway from this match, I think the Street Profits are the first to challenge for the undisputed tag team championships. Next, we had the final championship defense of the night as Finn Balor defended his US championship against Theory, and they had a good TV match, and in the end, Theory pinned Finn Balor to become the new US champion. And this match from bell to bell lasted for 11 minutes and 40 seconds. And the biggest takeaway from this match, WWE made this win feel like a big moment with the heels coming out to celebrate, and we even got a Vince McMahon appearance. And I have a feeling we are witnessing the rise of a new star in WWE. This was my personal favorite segment from the show for one reason alone. That is because of R-Truth. And definitely not because they teased a lesbian angle between Dana Brooke and Tamina. And R-Truth said the most famous line in all of sports entertainment.
I don't even know if that's PG!
Apart from the ending with the 24/7 shenanigans, this was a fun segment. The main event was Cody Rhodes versus a mystery opponent of Seth Rollins' choice, and Seth chose Kevin Owens as Cody's opponent. And these two had a good main event to close the show, with an understandable finish to the match, as Cody won via countout, because you can't have Cody lose his first match on Raw because he just returned to the company. And this was Kevin's first match after WrestleMania against Stone Cold Steve Austin. But then you ask yourself, why have the match at all? Hey, this is WWE. That's how they do it. The main event from bell to bell lasted for 17 minutes and 25 seconds. And this was the longest match of the night. And the majority of you voted for Cody vs KO as the match of the night. But for me, the R-Truth segment and Theory's moment with Vince was my takeaway moment of the show.